Hey, didn't see you there. What do you need?
Do your rig rundown for B-Beats.
Oh, okay, so my rig rundown, pair of IEMs, not mine. This one's SM58A, not mine. Mine's SM58. Don't have that much money to get an A. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. What are you doing here? Right. Okay, so apparently this is the rig rundown. Start with my guitar. This is a Harley Benton. It is a 7 SBK Deluxe. It's no longer selling anymore. The fretboard is wood. I don't know much about anything else, but I did modify it. So these are Bareknuckle Juggernauts, both on the bridge and neck. And then we modified it to put a push-pull pot. Did a nice single coil action. What else? This is a gator bag. Everyone in Reserate has a gator bag.
Gator, sponsor please.
Moving on to less sounds. We have the Ampero Stomp 2 by either Hotone, Hotone or Hotone. And as you can see, this is our first patch. We have poo. What does poo sound like? Poo sounds like this. That's poo. So on this Ampero thingy, it's kind of like a very cheap version of the XFX FM3. You get your standard, you get like 3 scenes that you can go between, and you just gotta keep changing the poo to go to the different patches. So as you see, we have a patch set up for every song for Ethereal, Cynic, Gravity, Run It, Get Funky apparently, and Playground. My main patch is this. Basically sounds like this. Then we have the clean patch. It's a subtle, and then as you can hear, yeah boy! It's like having our own mini choir. And then for the solo patch, it's just, it's basically the main patch with reverb and delay. And the other patches we have are for Run It and Playground. Basically, it's the main patch with a pitch shifter so that we can get the, without having to buy a 9-string or 8-string guitar. And that's about it.
Hi guys, so this is my rig rundown. This is my guitar I'll be using for Bass Beats. It's a Ormsby Goliath. This is the 1.4. So this one is the special copper top. It's just a veneer lah, so it's not the real copper top. And then we've got the Nunchucker in the bridge. It's the Australian one. Then we've got the Stomp Korean neck pickup. Then we've got like a split coil, 3-way switch, volume knob, 1-tone knob. For the fan fret, the scale length is probably like a 27.5 to 25.5, I think so. But you can see the description, there will be the more accurate numbers. For the pedal, I'm using the Fractal FM3. I'm using 3 patches. So the first one is a basic one with 4 different scenes. So there's a rhythm scene, lead scene, clean one, and a pitch down scene where there's like a pitch block that transposes the tuning down 7 semitones. So maybe I can just give a short demo of how each patch sounds. There's a rhythm, then we got the lead. We've got a clean sound, so it's for ethereal. And then a pitch down one for our new song. Yeah, then play around is just the same thing again in a different tuning. I think that's all. Peace.
Okay, this is my rig rundown for Baby. I've been using this, what's this? Sound Gear Ibanez 6-string. I think it's SG1306 if I'm not wrong. They got all those like exotic wood, all the panga, all that shit. You see the back.
Yeah, boy.
It's a 5-piece neck. Yeah, apparently this is a cheaper guitar. No one wants to buy 6-string, so that's why I bought, because it's cheap. Here we have the volume knob, the pickup selector, the active passive, and then another pickup selector, then bass, mid and highs. And from that, I'm using a mono strap block and Tortex sharp pick. Quite smaller for bass. But yeah, down to my pedals. So the signal chain starts from here. So the guitar signal from here to the Korg DT10, it's a tuner. And then into my bass compressor MXR. And into the most expensive pedal on the pedal board, the Dark Glass Micro X2 Ultra. And from there, it goes to the Sentry DC Electronic Noise Gate. Oh, but actually before that, from tuner, I'm supposed to have another, like a down tune pedal, but now I'm just using this Zoom G3X pedal for the shifter. So in the 2 days, I'll get a new pedal. But for now, I'm just using this. I think that's all for the pedal, and using fuel tank T-Rex Chameleon power supply. And I don't have much to show because I'm the bassist, I'm the least important. Alright, you wanna hear? The thump. Okay, this is the only sound throughout most of the songs. I realized the lower string, this is a 170 gauge string, and then it's the 5-string guitar. So I just added on one heavy string. But it sounds flobby to me, but it is what it is.
Baby said it sounded good.
Babeats is Babeats. And then this is the like a drop tune patch. So this is the previous one. And yeah, and that's about it. I don't have any clean signal because Babeats were not playing any Vivid. I didn't see you there. Welcome to my rig rundown.
Okay, what's up guys? So what you guys are looking at are the gear that I'm going to use for Babeats 2022. So let's start with the cymbals first. Okay, so over here I have a Istanbul Mehmet 15-inch hammer hi-hat. So I like 15 inches because it's a bit more fat, a bit more louder sounding. So that's why I prefer 15-inch hats. Okay, over here for my main crash, I have a Istanbul Mehmet X-Ray random crash, 18-inch in traditional finish. And then on top of it, I got an X-Ray Turk. It's a 6 holes, so we call it X-Ray 6. Yeah, so I put it on top of the main crash just for small accents. So over here, this is my prized possession. I love this stack so much. So this is the Istanbul Mehmet Tommy Saints crash stack. So Tommy Saints is an Argentinian drummer, if I'm not wrong, who is a Istanbul Mehmet endorsee also. So he came up with this crash stack. So it's basically 3 cymbals together, and it looks like it's very warped to get a very kind of electronic snare clap kind of sound. Check it out. Yeah, so this is to kind of emulate claps and to kind of emulate electronic snare sample kind of sound. So I really love this. Okay, next, I have a 22-inch Istanbul Mehmet Sultan Crash Ride. Personally, I like this because it is not too bright. It's quite dark and it has a very big bell, which makes it easier for me to kind of hit. So my aiming kind of sucks lah. So having a big bell helps. Over here, I got the 18-inch Istanbul Mehmet Hammer Split Crash. So this is very dark sounding also because I like my cymbals to be very dark. I don't really like it to be so bright and brilliant. It has very little hammer marks to give the sound a bit more, to give a bit more trashy sound. And then lastly, for the china, I have a X-Ray multi 18-inch china. So you can see that I got 3 sets of X-Ray, but they are all different series. You got the multi series, which means you have a lot of holes, like nicely placed. You got the X-Ray 6 series, which is 6 holes only, hence the name 6. And I got the X-Ray random, so it's just random holes being placed everywhere on the cymbal. So these are my cymbal setups. If you're wondering why is it all Istanbul Mehmet, because I'm an Istanbul Mehmet endorser. Okay, anyway, moving on.
There's something else I can help with.
Now let's go to the drums. So for Baybeats, I spec for a like 6 piece kit, 2 up, 2 down, and I'm kind of excited to use 2 floor toms. That will be the Baybeats backline drum kit. But for my own snare, I'll be using 2 snares. So the main snare, I have a 14 by 6.5 Pantheon percussion bronze snare that is 1mm. Shout out to Pantheon and shout out to Jif from Nightingale for loaning me this snare. So what I have on it is I have a Remo controlled sound, which is my favorite drum head, Remo Master Race, 20-inch snare strand at the bottom. Okay, for the bottom head, we have a Evans snare side 300. So this will be my main snare. And then for the aux snare, which is used in one of our single that we just released, for more of a jungle kind of drum and bass kind of feel. So I have 10 by 5.5 Gretsch Black Hawk Mighty Mini. I think this I loan it from JL, so shout out JL. Okay, so this is, if I'm not wrong, is 7 plies of Poplar. So Poplar is very cheap wood, kind of works in this kind of setting, like somewhere at this kind of dimension. So I think 7 plies of Poplar really works. You can have a go at it. Sorry, a bit of flexing there. Next will be my pedal. I am currently using, which I bought from Sweely, I'm currently using the Iron Cobra 600 Gold Edition, which is a limited edition. The gold doesn't really do anything much, it's just purely aesthetic. It doesn't make my feet play better, but it's nice. And for the sticks, I am rocking my own signature Los Cabos 5B Red Intense. So same thing, I'm an endorser of Los Cabos drumsticks also. I exclusively use their sticks. What I like about this model is because 5B, it's not too heavy, yet it's not too light as a 5A. And Red Intense means I'm using the Intense means that it's slightly extended than a normal 5B, and the red means the wood is actually made of red hickory, which is slightly denser than a normal hickory. So perfect for Reserate lah, basically. That's about it. That is my gear for Baybeats.
I'm gonna bring my flight case along with it, and a couple of tissue papers, wet wipes for the cove, and probably my shades for the sun at 7:50 PM at night. So we'll see you there, Baybeats.